This. This. Alright. Stremo is live. Who remembers what's happening?
Oh god, a lot.
We're in a room with 6 portals that lead to various settings that are connected to one of each of us, and we have to make a rainbow of emotion,
Supposedly.
supposedly.
Has not been confirmed nor denied.
We honestly don't know what we have to do. We're just making assumptions based on the information at hand.
You know,
So, you know,
that's kind of what
adventuring.
we all do all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Alright. I think now would probably be a good time to pan over to whatever Sophie is doing.
Yes.
All right. Because I missed the end of last session, could I get a like a status report? Where is everyone?
Valiel went through a portal that seemed to have her brother and her brother's squad on the other end.
Razzie went to her apparent family through another portal.
We are having first supper. We just
No, you're having
finished third breakfast.
second lunch.
Something like that. It's been an ordeal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Second
Kinda
lunch is
halfling are you?
happening in Razzie's portal there. There is. Give me a second. I need to get some stuff pulled up here. Alright. Corvo went through a portal to a upscale orphanage. Nihilus went through a portal into a field with a very familiar ogre. And
has
Saki
since returned to the room.
Yeah, Saki went into a portal with a fancy dinner happening. It'd be easier if I actually had my notes in front of me, huh?
Probably.
Yep, that's that, that's that, that's that, that's that, and that's that. Yeah, so that's where everybody's gone. As a reminder, you're in an octagonal room, six walls of which are portals that seem to lead to places. And on the remaining 2 walls, there's sand that is flowing through the wall and seems to be passing through the floor.
And is the 6 colors mentioned in the chat?
Correct. And then in the middle of the room descends a bit, and there is a pool of water in the middle of the room. Yeah, a basin of water.
Just remind me, we were able to hear what was going on inside of each portal?
Yes, you can hear things from outside. But for the people who've gone into portals know that you cannot hear the other direction.
Okay.
We can still see it fine.
Yes.
Is it naturally part of the scenery, like a doorway, something like that?
Mm-hmm. It looks like swirling stars, like glittering lights that twinkle and slowly seem to rotate around the outside of where this doorway is.
Sorry, verbiage was slightly weird. People inside the octagon can hear or cannot hear?
Inside cannot hear. Outside, so if you're in the octagonal room, you can hear what's on the other side of the portals. Once you step through a portal, you cannot hear what was in the room you came from.
Okay. So octagon is spectators.
Correct.
Okay. Then that's what I needed to know.
And then since people have gone into rooms, From the room that Razzie is in, all the people in the not all the people in the rooms had a gray aura to start with on them. Razzie went in, started having second lunch with her family, and the aura shifted to yellow. A yellow light then beamed off of the portal that she's in, and it arcs downward into the water basin. The same has happened in the portal that Corvo has walked through, and for the portal that Nihilus has walked through. And the one that Val has walked through has been changing, but at this moment is settled on a red light.
All right. Then I will proceed through the portal with Dina.
Okay.
Did you mention Saki's light?
Oh, right. Saki's light's she has a polychromatic light happening right now. It's constantly
rainbow.
shifting. Yeah. So, you proceed through the portal. Dina is at a, you could almost call it a campsite, but she's just alone in a barren wasteland.
You have a rope in her hand.
I'll call out to Dina by name. How did she react?
She seems it's always hard to gauge, right? Because she never drops
Mask.
that mask. She looks in your direction and says, "Fellow cartographer, it's unlikely to meet you out here." You are a cartographer, right? Your
I
pen
am,
does not betray. This isn't some sort of disguise by a demon.
Out of character, do we have an identifier for our, like, a squad number or something?
So typically, squads are referred to by by Commander Chronicler. So for Drix's squad, for example, his Commander Chronicler are Rasa and Ravina. So it would be Rasa and Ravina's squad. Whereas for your old squad, it would have just been Dina's squad. Because she was acting commander.
Val and Sophia's squad.
Right.
That's clunky. We gotta think of a better team name.
And technically, if people
D-team.
don't know it, people
Sounds
who
good
know you
plan.
guys would call you Val and Sophia's squad, right? Because otherwise it would be Valiel and Sophia's squad.
Right, full name.
Right.
Of course. So yeah,
Now you do also have a squad identifier, but it's
not commonly used.
right, exactly. It's for paperwork. So I fully expect you to use that here.
Yeah, the paperwork one.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm sorry, Dina. I am a touch confused. What is the date?
I tried that one. Didn't work out.
Give me a moment.
Then again, you asked a bunch of halflings during mealtime.
They're very sus about it, though.
Yeah, hold on. It's gonna take me a second. She does give you the date, though. It's not current. It's not. It doesn't match the month day that you're on.
Right. Does she mention the year?
She doesn't. No.
Well, I'll mention that. That doesn't appear to match what I have recorded. What is the year?
She lets you know. Current year is 4852.
Which is what relative to our current year?
It's about 20
Yeah, like-
years too soon.
Got it.
She don't know you from Adam's house cat.
She says, "This time dilation. Have you been through any portals?"
Technically, yes. But more likely involvement with the Fae.
Can't say that I'm familiar with Fey dealings. I know that the Anfarita is squirreled away in some Fey tainted druid circle, but I tend to keep my distance whenever possible. And I had some suspicions about a few people, but nevertheless, the Fey can cause many problems. My goodness, how far off have you been flung?
Well, why don't I tell you a story? I'm Chronicler Sophia of Valia and Sophia's squad. Formerly of Dina's squad.
Are you to tell me that you're from the future?
Approximately 20 years, yes.
Why formerly? Have I met some ill fate?
We do not know. The last contact we had was across the borders of Agorian. And the known members of our squad all have no memory of the incident. You are missing an act.
You have no memory of the incident, yet perhaps I'm confused.
We appeared to have run in with a commander of the Agorian army, and powerful magics were cast. And we know, and yeah, they were likely mind affecting.
She extends a hand and says, "Do you mind?" And it's obvious that she's wanting to examine you.
Yeah, I will offer my hand.
She bypasses the hand and hovers her palm about 3 inches or so away from your forehead. There's a slight tingling sensation as she bows her head for a moment. Says, yes, understandable that you wouldn't have any memory of this. It's a form of repression. quite uncurable. Well then.
Tell me, where is your squad?
She looks in a direction which you're a cartographer. You're fully familiar with cardinal directions, just looking at the stars in this night. She's looking to the northeast at this point, and she says she turns back to you and says, "Missing in action."
Again.
Unfortunate. What were their names? What are their names?
How's it feel, Leslie? How's it feel being put on the spot?
She says, we were... Well, I suppose I should start with my commander, Breen. He was a charismatic leader, is a charismatic leader. We had Kodri Dortholth, Breen Etten Ears, Aldor Moonbrook, Hudloy, Hezra Selaman, and Dame Domine.
Done. Done. That was not muted.
She says, I suppose you already know this, but the purple pearl has crumbled.
I was not aware of a purple pearl, only a black pearl.
Give me a quick knowledge history.
Okay, so this was recent enough that we would have learned about it?
I mean, it's history.
Potentially.
Yeah.
And I cannot select
here you go.
the box.
Still, everything was still paused.
No, that has nothing to do with it. I can't select the text box. Let me reload. Do I not have chat permissions or something? No, I can't handle the box to the left at all.
The box to the left?
Or not to the left. The chat box, combat, options, music, none of that. It isn't reacting.
Have you tried reloading the application? Hit escape a bunch until you get reload application. Don't hit refresh.
Okay.
That still didn't work.
What are you trying to do?
Could someone roll me a d20 plus 9? I will continue to play with.
How was I the fastest one to draw?
Oh yeah.
Everyone's expecting someone else to do it.
Yeah.
It's not shocking, but yeah, Sophia, you would. It's like a piece of history that no one really cares about anymore. But before the Black Pearl was the Black Pearl, it was a purple pearl, and it was a giant crystalline structure that was noted to be slowly growing.
And the Black Pearl is still slowly growing?
It's not been measured, but there's debate. Some people just presume that it's growing, and some people say that it might have stopped, but no one's done anything.
Nobody's
conclusive.
just placed stakes and walked away?
The Black Pearl, you might recall, is an incredibly dangerous place to be around.
Yes, but well, oh yeah. Then I will describe the current state of the Black Pearl. That it is a void that may or may not still be growing. That is incredibly dangerous to be around.
I suppose times don't change that much then. Well, seeing that you're now stuck in the past with me, perhaps you can accompany me back to town. It's a few weeks away, but
I'm not stuck at all.
I don't think I perhaps fully grasp what you're entertaining. Am I to believe that you've mastered time travel?
No, while not accessible to you, there is an open doorway.
And she looks about. Where's this open doorway?
I will just go walk through the portal.
She stands at the edge of the portal where you disappeared. Some sort of unseen rift, perhaps?
Well, then step back through the portal.
Remarkable. She steps through where the portal
should be.
is, and you actually lose sight of her. Nothing. How odd.
Not really.
Put her in your bag of holding.
Just take Dina with us. We can save her.
This is what happened. We're the ones that messed up that whole adventure.
She emerges from the. She just walks right back through where the portal's at. It appears this rift is gated in some way.
So, from what we've seen in our interactions with the Fae, as frivolous as they are, we appear to there is some unknown requirement of us in these portals, possibly an interaction or evoking an emotion or otherwise. We're not sure.
You intend to evoke some emotion from me at the behest of a fae?
Well, you put it like that.
You know, Why do you make me question the intelligence of our commander's decisions?
We're chroniclers. It's what we do.
Well, on the topic of questioning authority, this memory lapse incident, combined with utter silence on what has happened to you, has seeded distrust of our masters in my commander.
Our masters?
Of cartographer command. It was a joke.
That was your attempt at a joke. Mine aren't much better. It's okay. My faith has never laid with the righteous.
Wait, what misgivings do you have of them?
I tend not to trust people who call themselves righteous.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna need a minute to think. So can we pan over
Sure.
to another room?
Yeah, sure. Who wants to be panned over to?
Don't everybody jump up at once.
We know someone's very prepared.
I mean, I am, but it's gonna take a while. Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Let's pan over to
Wait,
Val.
had Nihilus returned from
Yeah.
Sticky?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alice was in the main
Oh.
octagon.
Okay, yeah, no. So he heard.
I wonder if I can.
Yeah, he heard Sophia's conversation. Most of it. I would assume not the beginning of it.
Including that Dina was your mom's cartographer. I mean wow.
Chronicler.
Yeah.
So I guess it's up to you whether or not he heard that.
Oh, I imagine he did if he's in the main octagon.
Yeah. He heard that.
It gonna be good.
Gonna be good.
How do I stop? Please.
So we're going over to Val.
So Val is in the middle of having a yelling match with Drix.
There's been an exchange of blame that's been going on for a while that the Drix's party unfortunately has been present too. Shit. 1 second. Computer's acting up. Okay. There's been a yelling match, a shifting of blame. Drix constantly shifting from holy shit, my sister's here to why the fuck is my sister here? We've been in this godforsaken swamp for so long. Val almost just overwhelmed with the fact that there he fucking is, but also it's probably not really him. None of this is probably real. This is all probably fake bullshit. But then, as the yelling continues, she stops. And he stops. And he says, oh, I'm sorry, were we not yelling anymore? Are we done with that? Yeah. Yeah, we're done, she says. And she takes a deep breath, and she flashes her badge, and says, as commander of Valiel Sophia Squad, I need to speak to Rasa and Rafina. and Drix's eyes go wide with a mix of shock and despair as she ignores her brother and goes directly to those two.
Okay. Rasa and Rafina are. Rasa had recently tried to do a backflip because she thought there were no rules because she's a figment. It didn't go well. Rafina is currently dramatically crying that that Rasa has died. And when you walk over and want to talk to them as a commander, Rasa slowly rights herself. Says, "What's this? I don't think I've heard of your squad."
Val looks around at the swamp, and let's see. He's got all of this stuff, like. She says, "Okay, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna make this quick. This probably isn't real. I'm not sure. Time travel doesn't make any goddamn sense." But she pulls out her map and shows it to the two.
Okay.
And she says, and she points to the swamp, and she says, "We're about here right now, aren't we?" About, because I gather that you have no idea where you are right now. Just in this general vicinity.
She's got her hand on her face and she's nodding. She's like, this all checks out.
Have you been marking the trees with cartographer symbols to navigate your way?
Rufina says, "Every time we get spit out, we mark a tree."
Val nods. "And your mission status, what is it?"
Cease. In progress?
And what's the objective?
Rufina begins to speak, but... I'm sorry, Rasa begins to speak, but Rufina pushes her to the side and says, "Confidential."
Val nods. "Smart. I'm gonna need you to tell me anyway. And I need to figure out what it is I have to do to get you to tell me." If there's any distrust, I can remedy that. I don't know how, but I will. It's important. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time.
So,
Before that, though,
go ahead.
what's the date?
The date?
Yes, the date. What's the date?
Desnus the 11th?
Year.
They both look at each other confusedly. Let's see, 4870?
You know, we just mentioned this. This is last year, I take it, or same year?
Oh, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's about 2 years ago.
Val turns. There's a tree nearby, right?
Of course.
She just takes her sword out and cuts a tree down, screaming. And then just starts slamming into the trunk of the now felled tree repeatedly. 2 fucking years! I'm 2 years behind you!
Hey, they could have been in that swamp for 2 years.
She calms down. How's everyone reacting to that? Drix is still processing, but also a lot of things are starting to click for him.
Rasa and Rufina are mortified. Canis is unflinching. Septino is still wishing himself to be a figment. He's like contemplating. He's like, if I'm not real, then why do I still feel like I don't want to exist?
Because you're fucking depressed. That's a mood you and I share right now. She turns back to Rasa and Rafina and says, "Alright, since you won't tell me yours, I'll tell you mine. My squad's objective is to find the group that went missing out here 2 years ago."
Rasa and Rufina are not picking up what you're putting down. Canis just says, huh. But how does Drix respond?
Hold on. 2 years ago. So, you said time, and... Okay, Val, you know I'm not very smart, okay, but... We've been missing in action. For 2 years. And your squad is the only ones that came to find us. And he looks to his commander and chronicler. They wouldn't just leave us out here, would they?
They both look to Drix, and then Rufina, her eyes go wide. She says, and she looks at Val and says, "You're from the future?"
Holy shit, what is wrong with you? Jeez, Desna's beating wings. Drix, this is who's in charge of you? You have the attention span of a goddamn gnat. And these two just caught on. I literally just told you. I asked you the date. I told you 2 years. What is wrong with you? Yes, I'm from the future. Gate right behind me. You can't see it. Leads to a hole in the Fae. I don't know. We're doing some kind of stupid challenge. Like I said, you're probably not real. But if you are, I can't pass up this opportunity. We need to talk. We have been looking for you. I joined the fucking military to find you. Which, by the way, as it turns out, did not know that the Cartographers, which implies a map-making organization, was part of the goddamn military. So now I'm goose-stepping for the righteous, because I can't find my fucking brother.
Septino's like, he's the only one that's like, here. Canis says, huh. And, I don't actually have a good way to do this one. How unfortunate. Whatever. Rasa and Rufina are still just like aghast. And then Rasa says, "You are from the future."
Oh, really? And what clinched it, huh?
I've seen you before, but you were shorter.
Drix blinks. I'm sorry. I think I would have noticed if my sister grew. This could just be a demonic trick. Someone from the portal. My sister would never join the military. She hates authority.
You know what? That would make sense. It could be, this could be a demon. Remember that time we met, Canis's brother? And it was actually a demon? Because Canis said, I don't have a brother?
Val's voice gets low. She says, "Do not chastise me right now. Do not talk down to me. The shit that I have done and seen trying to get here to this moment right now. I've killed more demons than I ever even wanted to see. I've done horrible things in the name of the righteous. My morality, my ideals, I threw them away because I was trying to find you, so the least you could fucking do is give me some answers and believe me. been missing for 2 years. I know what happens. I can't tell you because I need things to go a certain way. The way that I don't know how time works, okay? You know, people always talk about it and stuff and they theorize and all that. I don't know if time paradoxes can actually happen. If I tell you how to do something, will it mess up the stream? Will I even exist anymore?
Canis says, I don't know. Might be worth it to get us out of this place. Do you know how we get to wherever we're going?
Honestly, I don't know how you guys get there, but I know how you get out, and that's going to be the problem. Getting there is easy, comparatively speaking.
Been stuck in this forest for weeks, lady.
Yeah,
What
so
do
are
you
we.
mean?
Same team. Trust me.
He looks to Rasa and Rafina and is like, guys, maybe we call this quits, because, like...
You can't call it quits. I don't
Yes.
know what it is you guys are looking for, but it was damn important.
Have you established whether this was on the way to or the way back from the village?
I just assumed way 2. But actually, let me do a roll real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Val's got... How much intelligence does Val have? Just gonna do a flat intelligence check to see if she thinks of that. Okay. Higher than let's say 10. Oh! She stops. And she parses some things out. Okay, you have to be on your way to finding the village right now. Because if you weren't, you don't exactly leave. More so, you just end up somewhere else entirely, maybe on the other side of the world. I don't know, this is where I lost you.
Septinus stands and he parts his hands in a slow down motion here. He's like, what village are we talking about? We're out here to discover the lair of some monster in the sky.
Monster in the sky? You mean the Guardian?
What? I don't...
Pitch black blur that flies in the sky, picks things up, drops them?
I know that it picks things up. He looks to Rasa and Fina with a lot of concern. He goes, I had not considered that it could drop them.
Yeah, it dropped a Hydra on us.
Sounds like he's probably familiar with it.
No, she's fine. She's just looking out for her village.
She? Septino walks away.
Look, like I said, we've been through a lot of shit trying to get to you guys. The path that you've gone, we followed it almost to the letter. But we had to get a little more involved.
Rufina looks to Rasa, and then she has this look on her face like she's giving us info. So Rufina says, okay, we're looking for people too.
Hidden village?
No. Just missing, cartographers.
Fucking hell.
Specifically, this place has, been, a mystery for a while, and we lost some aces out here.
Val groans and turns to the portal. She can still see inside the portal, right? And see, like, who all is in the hall right now?
It's just Nihilus currently.
She screams at Nihilus. Nihilus, they were looking for more fucking cartographers!
Stares back
Lost
at you
bodies all
and
the way down.
kind of does this shrug of, you want me to come in there? You want me to stay here? You want me to come in there?
She waves her hands. No, no, no. It's fine. Only one of us needs to be subjected to this right now.
Okay.
She turns back around. So you're telling me that the secret mission that you all were on?
How does Drix respond to Nihilus? Respond to Valiel having an imaginary friend?
He's walking up to where she was looking and just walking around in that area, and whoever's closest to him can probably hear. Oh, I knew you were lonely, but I didn't know it was this bad.
Already in the room with us right now, Val.
What?
Is the Guardian in the room with us?
Valiel, look, whether you are real or not, don't you fucking gaslight me right now. Regardless of any of us are real, you've always had an overactive imagination. I doubt you would have spoken to, as you so eloquently put it, the big black blob that picks things up and, quote unquote, drops them.
Nihilus motions to Val, just like, you sure you don't want me to go in there?
How's the color coming out of this room right now?
I mean, how's Drix feeling right now?
Miserable. His little sister joined the military because of him.
Yeah, his the colored aura around him, it shifts to like a pale blue, and the light on the outside of the portal shifts to that pale blue with a streak of gray, and it dips down into the pool of water in the middle of the room.
Nihilus quickly gives a thumbs up, like, yeah, get... you sure? You sure?
Does Nihilus just want to come in here and kill her brother or something? I don't trust Nihilus anymore.
He wants to help, but sound isn't going through.
Right, you can't hear Nihilus. Nihilus can hear you.
I just see a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I can really believe that you made it out here on your own. You've always been capable, but, I have to ask that you give the badge back to whoever you stole it from, of course. And Val cuts him off and says, by Desna, you're in denial, aren't you? You can't even accept it, can you? That you guys fucked up so much, we had to be sent out to cover your asses.
Canis says, "Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you were talking about the other stuff."
Oh, the incompetency that's being put on display right now is staggering, Canis. And believe me, a couple of months ago, I would never have been the one saying things like this. I would have found you guys absolutely delightful. You all get along, you have fun, you understand each other. My group is fucking terrible. We tear each other apart at the seams every day. I don't know how to lead people for shit.
Nihilus, you what should be a kindred spirit, who's a good ways away from wherever Val's at this point. You could hear deeper into the swamp, or further out. Who knows? Fun. Fucking Septino just losing it at the idea that they have fun.
No, you're right. You probably get nothing done, because all of you sit around like a gaggle of idiots while Septino whines, Canis tries to get things done, Drix fantasizes, and you two. She takes a breath. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you look over to Ross and Rufina, who apparently haven't been paying that much attention to what's happening.
Exactly.
And Rufina's like, so what's gaslighting? And Ross is like, it's not a real thing.
Another tree goes down as Val screams.
this point, Nihilus is gonna stick his head through the portal. Like, Val, you gotta come back a minute.
Why? What the fuck do you need? I'm trying to get information here.
A lead.
Takes a breath. I'll be right back. And she
How's
walks.
Drix react to Nihilus popping his head through?
Considering
how
your
do they
head
react to a
appears right next to him.
disembodied head?
Yeah, considering your head appears right next to him, you hear.
Your Discord is
Yeah, your mic's
clipping
peeking
it
out.
off because
Yeah.
it thinks it's noise.
I think Nathaniel probably heard it.
I heard plenty of noises through the wall.
She shoves Drix out the way. I'm not done with you yet. She walks through the portal. What do you want, Nihilus? I'm
Okay.
tired.
Look, from what we've been able to establish, we need to match the emotion to the colors.
Okay, Nihilus, I understand that there's a challenge going on. I think that's real, though.
I don't know for certain. I can't say for certain, but you got one of the more complex emotions going on right now.
I understand that, and you probably want me to... Wait, what's the emotion?
Look at that. Blue and gray. I don't know... Well, I have a good idea of what that means, but...
Oh, yeah, he's in denial. Oh, man, he's really in denial.
that makes it easier for us, because now we just gotta figure out green and black.
I am not about to sit around and mentally exploit my brother, who I've been looking for this long, and is currently probably about to go through a psychotic break because he's going to start blaming himself for my decisions.
Hold on, we lost the red one, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Red's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll mention the red too. That portal that was red is now blue and gray.
Well, I'm sorry that we're people and we can't exactly program our emotions into the door, Nihilus, but I'm telling you, even if it's like a 30% chance, there is a chance of this being real. This is uncanny, the information that they're giving us. The
Nihilus
Fae couldn't know this.
Nihilus puts his hands together and just quickly says, I get that. I do. Do you want to be trapped here forever?
No, I don't want to be trapped here forever, but we can still get information.
Actually, just as a quick side, this might be the first time Val has been in this room paying attention to the rest of the room because of how quickly she saw Drix. So you would be able to now see everyone who's currently in a portal and their current scenarios. Just as a quick, just a little cliff note.
Val blinks. Is that Dina?
Yes. Talking to Sophia.
I see.
Got Rozzy over there with a bunch of halflings. Corvo at what looks to be an orphanage.
Is that yellow coming out of Corvos?
Yeah.
That's mine.
Never
I'm
would
the yellow one.
have thought.
No, we
Yeah,
they're
got
both
3
yellow.
yellows.
Had
Oh,
3
really?
yellows.
Okay.
No, you still have 3 yellows. You're right. I forgot Siggy's the other one.
Okay,
Yep.
look, context clues, okay? Yellow means elation, blue means sadness, red means anger. Is that what we're going with here?
Pretty much.
Okay, so, anyone else surprised that Corvo made them happy?
Not really.
And she looks at Saki's. Now that one's really a surprise.
Rainbow, right?
Yeah, that's wild. Wonder what's going on in there. Anyway, okay, look. You're right. I hear you. I understand. And right now, I really want to go see what Sophia's up to and talk to Dina. I got questions for her too, but I'm trusting Sophia with that. Nihilus. The path that we're on is following this group. Once we're done here, we're back on the trail of my brother. If you have any questions, anything that you think would help us in this, once we split up, please.
Nihilus just kind of puts his hands together again and just... Alright. Look. My problem is apparently here. Yours is there, and I intend to help with both. I understand you want to get information. I do.
Nihilus, we're
But-
doing your thing right now. We are doing your thing.
Hmm.
My thing is right there.
I'm gonna pop out and ask if anyone else is hungry. We have plenty
Perfect
of
timing.
food.
Do the halflings react to Razzie disappearing?
Probably
No,
not.
not really.
They don't notice?
That's why it was
Just
hard
wanna
to
play
tell if this
weird
was real
little
or not.
games
We were
again.
using Razzie as a fucking. I don't know what's real or not all the time with Razzie.
You're doing great. Keep them happy. Val, it's fine to get information. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying also keep in mind the challenge and what we need to do. The rainbow one, from what I can assume, the yellow one, also pretty easy. Those were easy. Red's pretty easy to figure out. That's anger. I can probably make Sticky pretty angry.
Wait, you saw Sticky?
Yes, through the portal over there. He's
Oh,
eating
how
a
was he?
growth.
Yeah, the portal right next to the portal you just came out of has Sticky.
Oh, how was he?
It was in the past.
Oh, look, his arm is still okay.
Yeah. And, I made him happy, and if things continue as they are, I can make him angry. I just have to outrun an ogre.
Okay. So, you're saying, as much as I hate it, keep him sad.
Unfortunately, yes.
Probably not gonna be that hard, to be honest.
I just wanted to get that across. Because we still gotta figure out green and black.
While we're doing this, let's take a break from Val, so I'm not a spotlight hog,
All right.
even though I love being a spotlight hog.
So, Razzie, I'm assuming, is just gonna keep on doing lunch things. So we want to go to Saki or Korbo.
Who's ready?
Whichever one.
All right, Saki.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with whichever.
Saki, you're still at your birthday with your parents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Things are going pretty well, except for Corvo not being there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if anyone eating something. Yeah, if anyone looks in, Saki's just kind of soaking it in. She's not even looking back at the portal.
She's just genuinely enjoying her birthday.
Yeah.
After all the time she said no, I don't want to have a birthday.
Yeah, but now she's spent like the past however long it's been with you guys, and you know,
Ouch.
Touching.
you guys see genuine like joy in Saki's face for the first time.
Oh, she missed her family. All right, I'm not gonna ruin that moment. Corbo,
I'm Corvo.
you do
Yes, you
anything
are.
special with the children?
I can see the yellow sand, right?
I mean, the yellow sand is across from you on the other opposite wall, but you can see the yellow aura on the children, and
Yeah.
you can see the light coming through the portal and into the pool of water at the base of the octagonal room.
Alright, and I can see everybody's gathering back in the center.
I mean, it's just Nihilus, Val, Razzie popped out for a moment, but I imagine went back in.
Val's also like teetering between like the door and. So it looks like she's about to go back in.
so we don't need yellow. Corvo's gonna kind of sigh and get up and walk back over to the desk that all the children are gathering around at, and he's gonna kind of wave them out of the way. Uh, all right, be gone now. Let's get out. That's quite enough. And I'm going to gather my stuff, and I'll say, we wouldn't want one of the mothers to, we wouldn't want one of the matrons to stumble upon us. And I'll give like a shushing finger to the front of my mask.
Where is this? Ah. At the mention of the matron, their aura shifts from yellow and begins to darken a bit. All the children look to each other and begin to quiet.
Yes, that's right. The last thing we would want is for the matrons to find out that we have been frivolous with our time. She would scold us harshly for pursuing such lugubrious affairs.
I thought you were the fun substitute.
Hmm. I suppose, what are you trying to evoke in these children?
Remind them of the fun suckers that are the matrons. And,
So,
how
give me a sense motive real quick.
oh no.
You're sensing motives of children. They wear their hearts on their faces.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with advantage as well, because like, you know these, you don't know these children, but you've been around children like these a lot.
To the point of wearing faces, I'm not really an expert in that field.
Give it a try. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Oh, you have advantage though.
Advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Got a 13.
Okay. Yeah, it's not super difficult to read these children, as you, especially because you can see the aura as well start to darken. You think that what you've just said is coming off as like a thinly veiled threat. They think you're like this is some sort of entrapment at this point.
Shit, he's a narc.
Yeah, they have a basically they think you've walked in here to see if they would bite on frivolous things, and they did, and now you're bringing up letting the matrons know.
Wow. Corvo's such a dick.
I mean, the poll said I'm the one that had to be the dick to children.
No.
That's what the
Never
poll
wanted you to
said.
do that.
The poll says it. Everybody voted.
I didn't vote.
I didn't vote.
Everybody, you chose not to. You choosing not to is choosing a vote.
You don't vote for dicks.
Yeah.
The vote clearly says, who do we be cruel to?
Not true. America clearly does.
The end result was D, children.
I voted for halflings.
What's the?
Yeah, that's also how I know you voted.
Yeah.
Vale voted for Sticky and Dina, which I appreciate. But he also voted for children. So children won.
Well, we already established that I was
and
going to be.
you are the other vote for children.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to make you guys
victim
be
here.
cruel to people.
I think he just wanted to be mean to children.
Look, it's okay to want to be mean to children. Just own it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Don't be
humans do, right?
ashamed of your hatred of children.
Look,
Have you met him?
I'm over here blackmailing children, and you guys are getting mouthy on me.
So what
Blackmail you all.
color is the portal now?
So as Corvo,
It's probably going to red, huh?
no, as Corvo accidentally threatens these children,
Accidentally, he said.
their aura shifts to black.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, as now all of these
miserable.
children are like whispering to each other about the matrons finding out, and they're spiraling into this like deep fear of what happens when the matrons find out.
Your lesson for today, initiates. Be wary with your trust.
Little does Corvo know.
The aura,
He was in that room.
the aura, it's like flipping a switch. It's like you turn the lights out. The aura just flicks to black, and the from the outside, the portal has that black pulsating light that arcs down into the pool in the middle of the room. As the children at this point are all just silently stunned, sitting in their seats. Something close to mortal terror at this point, even though Corvo, I mean, these children aren't in any kind of like mortal danger, but this is probably the most trouble they could have ever been in. You know, if you actually told a matron.
Of course. That's right, initiates. You are to trust no one, least of all the authority figures at this here orphanage.
Wait, hold on.
Has Corvo always had an accent?
Yeah, I was about to say actually.
What do you mean? Of course.
Alright, now I'm questioning if you had. Yeah, some of the owlets seem confused at this notion. But there's still an overwhelming sense of dread in the classroom.
Hey, what? I'm confused as to why people are confused.
Because an authority figure just told them don't trust authority.
You broke them even more now.
Yeah, they should know. They can't trust these matrons. Everything's a trick. Everything's a trap.
As he just displayed.
This is a school for espionage. Everything is bait. That's the lesson for today.
You
are
don't
being
even trust
trapped.
each other.
Could I interest you in some fine bait?
I would love it if little Corvo, was in that room right now.
He's
Taking
talking
this
to
life
himself. Yeah. Teaching
If-
the lesson
if-
to himself.
Well, one, we would
These
know.
kids a lesson.
It would be
Especially
shaded by
that
the
one.
face.
One, we would very much know that Corvo's in here.
Yeah, Corvo would probably spot himself.
And two, I understand that, we have some positions among us where we can behave as rashly as we should like, but I have an important position as a proctor of the orphanage.
Is Corvo staying with these children?
Yes.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
He lives here now.
I live here now. No, I have to. This is clearly an illusion, but I have to portray what the proctors were like for little Corvo.
Traumatize some kids.
That's what this place is.
You gotta hit them when they're young. That's the way they fear you, but they
Guys,
don't
I would
remember.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Also, I'd just like to say, Corvo had a hard life, guys.
You wanted a peek into Corvo's history.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Yeah, trauma.
Trauma.
Meanwhile, Saki's having a birthday that she didn't even go to.
I'm going. I don't really need to. I'm getting the black. I don't need to be here anymore. So
Okay.
I'm gonna gather my things. And to the children, I will declare.
You failed today's lesson.
Like darkness be purged.
Owlets. Farewell, happy fields, where joy forever dwells. Hail horrors. Hail infernal world. And I will leave.
It's just like, what?
Does not elaborate further.
Yeah.
I was expecting the fog cloud, then go through the portal, then drop the fog cloud,
Yeah.
just disappear.
That would be pretty sweet. So we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Back to Sophia.
I'm gonna step into the room with everybody else and clap my hands together and say, "All right, I got black."
You had yellow for a while. Sorry.
This is all an illusion, Commander.
Yeah. It's an illusion.
It's an
You did a great
elaborate
job.
ruse from the Fae to test our resolve. Nothing more.
Yep. You're right. She looks at Nihilus.
What is this second-hand cope?
She just looks at Nihilus and is like,
Ugh.
Nihilus just offers a shrug and says, "Look, I think I'm gonna go check on Sophia. Maybe make Sticky mad. I doubt we're going to get anything but yellow from the halflings."
I don't know. Razzie could have some really sick, twisted, dark shit in there. Hey, Corvo, want to meet my brother? Never mind. Actually, no, I can't subject any of you guys to that. I tried to say Nihilus earlier. Sorry. Had a moment of normalcy here. Once I step back in there, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind again.
Yeah, I worry about altering the stream of sands further.
I
have
worry
to get
about
out of
altering the
this challenge.
timeline.
Even if you altered the timeline, there would be no ramifications for us.
You know, if green is jealousy, then I bet I could piss off Dina and make Sticky jealous. But I'll wait for Sophia to come back before I come to that conclusion.
You can jump to see what Sophia's doing.
Sure.
Let's.
We were last on the topic of not trusting the righteous.
And that was the last thing that was touched on, I think.
Oh, damn.
Well, that is a perfect segue into
I got
What
lost
was-
in being cruel to children, but I was 100% going to say something about it being righteous.
What was the last name of your squad? Dame Domine?
Yes, perhaps you've heard of her wealthy, noble family.
Yes.
Rather
I
pretentious
I
lot.
know much. I know of her from a different source.
Oh, perhaps her
one
father,
of our
Doug Dominic?
no, one of our squad mates, Nihilus Domine.
Some extended cousin, or...
Her son.
I'm sorry. There's like a brief... There's like this brief... like, glimmer of yellow that pokes out just a moment. It's gone. Dame
He
does not
he-
have children. I can't imagine. She places a hand like over her heart for a moment. Wherever she is, could she truly? No, I don't think so.
he joined the cartographers to find Dame. And to kill her for abandoning him as a child.
And I've known Dame for something like a year now. I've kept tabs on her a little longer than that. And at no point has she gone through any sort of pregnancy. So this
I
person...
can only tell you what I've heard firsthand.
How old is Nihilus?
Nihilus would be 20.
There you go.
Anyway, he believes her to be his mother. He's been vocal about his motivations. And so the righteous placed him in your squad.
No.
And through all of our travels together, you didn't say a word about it to him. I suspect a guess was at play.
I knew he was looking for Dame.
Yes, he mentioned it on multiple occasions.
Perhaps I just didn't want him to murder my comrade. I would love her found. I intend to find her. I intend to find all of them.
I mean, is there anything you would like to tell him before your lips are sealed?
So, perhaps I need to know more information. Perhaps future me has made a judgment call that present me doesn't have the information to. This person is, what? I suppose in their 30s?
He is 20. Which, like
My-
you said, does not add up.
I assure you, Dame has not had a child in the last year. So, perhaps I didn't tell this Nihilus character because he's just wrong about who his mother is.
Oh, control yourself, Nihilus.
I'm gonna let.
Well, he
Go on.
is also the reason we're involved with the Fae. There could be any number of tricks at play here.
You know. No. See, now I'm conflicted. Dame made a pact with a Solar. And I imagine that I've never met the Solar, obviously, right? We don't meet these things, but I thought it peculiar that a pact with a Solar would lead to the ability to shoot rainbows.
Hey, she is most certainly his mother, then.
What, he also shoots rainbows?
He can put on the most drab rags he finds on the street, and they're prestidigitated into fabulous, brightly colored clothing.
I have seen Dame shop. I promise she does not have that ability. She just buys
But
the
yes.
expensive clothing.
He shoots rainbows.
Well, that's
He
just
shot
evidence
a
that
fireball that was a rainbow.
I mean, this would lead me to believe they have the same patron. Not that they're related.
Would you like to speak to him?
Has he mastered this time-traveling portal as well?
There's no mastery. It is a doorway. We're simply using it. We'll
This
step
must
through
be
the
how.
door.
As you step through, you can hear on the other side, thinking out loud to yourself, "This must be how others feel when I explain Arcanum."
So I'll call for Nihilus and step back through.
Silas will look to Val and just remember, keep him safe, and then head off with Sophia.
This will be fun.
Oh, you know what I can do
Quite
just
quite an
to...
eye opener over there.
Do I even... I do.
I mean, Nihilus seemed like he took that pretty well.
Well, you said that, but you can tell that he took a deep breath before he said it.
Yeah, you took it pretty well. Yeah, you did good.
How long did you guys say Nihilus has been hunting his mother?
Again, I'm acting on the presumption that Gina couldn't say anything.
Well,
You guys
I
are
think
sure
this is...
Nihilus
I
isn't
think
a
this is...
Or-
right?
I think this is
I mean-
Corvo asking the room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
What
guys
does
are...
it matter? It's a fey trick, right?
Right.
She pats Corvo on the shoulder.
And if it is a Fey trick, then we get free information.
Or it's fake information.
Please, the Fey likely know and just don't care. They're Fey.
So Sophia and Nihilus, you step through to greet Dina.
Nihilus takes another very deep breath. Says, "Hello, Dina. Been a while."
Nihilus, I presume.
That's correct.
From what I understand, it hasn't been long enough?
I suppose that would be the case, considering the time difference. Nihilus will reach into his shirt and withdraw his locket to show to Dina. And, see here. Come on,
Making
story.
me pull out the old notes, huh?
That's what I'm doing too.
Oh no.
Nihilus comments, "The only thing my mother gave to me was this locket and a trip to a horrible orphanage. I was told, growing up in that place, that it was her that dropped me off. And all I have is this." And you say she can't have been my mother.
So the locket, it has the Dominate crest on it, right?
Yes.
Dina will just look at the crest and say, "I recognize the family crest. This is definitely a Dominate crest. But I've been traveling with who you presume your mother for the last year, and she has not been with child. Perhaps you are the heir to a different branch of the Domine family tree.
That
Though I
can't
do
be.
find it laughable that someone could mistake anyone for Dane.
Question: Did that locket have a picture in it?
I'm checking my notes. No, it strictly contains the family crest. I did not put in that it had a picture.
It's just an empty locket.
It's an empty locket with a Domine family crest, and reports given to him by I forget what they're called, the patrons of the orphanage, that it was Dame who dropped him off, or rather dumped him off.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Indeed. However, Nihilus does not seem to be taking this well. In fact, he has gone white.
Dina is gonna say, "Listen, I've been informed that in your time I'm missing in action. So I suppose I would like to give you something that may aid in your quest to find my comrade, but I would request that you don't murder my comrade if at all possible."
I have hated this person all my life, and if this is not the object of my hate... Nihilus just kind of stares off into the empty space for a minute and just... What is it that you have?
So while Nihilus is staring off, she's rummaging through a bag, and she sets down on the ground a small case. She opens it up. She retrieves a single vial with a tiny amount of something dried at the bottom of it, and hands it to Nihilus.
Nihilus will accept it. What is this?
Nihilus, you recognize this immediately. You already have this. It was the only thing on your person that was not originally on your person when you found yourself time skipped to quarantine. After the last time you saw Dina. But you can ask what it is.
Yeah, and I will still ask what it is, because I didn't seem to write it down.
It's because you didn't know.
Oh.
She says, I make it a habit to draw a single drop of blood from my squad mates so that I can track them if need be. It helps for scrying.
Did we each receive one of those?
No. But Sophia, something makes sense to you now. Dina has already let on that she specializes in divining. And when you guys were originally assigned to her squad, she gave you guys new pins. And
different pins.
Right. She gave you pins that let you talk to her once a day. But she took the ones you guys had. And then whenever you guys time skipped back to quarantine, you were left with your original pins again. But you imagine she originally took your pins to track you if she needed to.
Because they were assigned to us.
Because they were yours.
Nihilus will reach into his bag and withdraw the vial he has and examine the two vials.
This is the same vial. Like the single drop of blood that's at the bottom of each vial is dried in the exact same pattern.
Nihilus will hand back the one Dina gave him and put the other one away and says, "Seems I already had this, and I don't think I can take this one with me."
She stows the vial back in the small case, closes it up. Then I must have had some reason to give it to you already, which I suppose isn't that shocking, considering I was already about to give one to you.
I see. Nihilus just... he seems shaken. Just to the core.
So, let me just process this real quick, if that's
yeah,
okay.
So Val is still in the octagonal room at this point, so she hears all of this transpire.
And she looks at Sophia. It's real. These aren't challenges. I mean, it is. It's still a challenge, but
Quick interruption. Do you mean Corvo? Sophia can't hear you.
yeah, I'm sorry. I thought Sophia was still in here. Corvo. Yeah, sorry, Corvo. I think this is real.
Compromises had to be made.
You took that better than I thought you would.
Compromises often have to be made.
You okay, buddy?
I'll simply look at you with the mask.
I'm sorry you had to do that. Be the bad guy.
So, back to
Thanks, boss.
Yeah, back to
yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Nihilus, but we are at the abode of
Sire,
the seat of Sire, was it?
who is undergoing a coup led by Tame.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I am. Did you guys have a conversation without me just now?
I'm simply getting my facts straight. We were told the source of our Fey interaction is Nihilus's patron, who is known as Sire, or sits in the seat of Sire, or the
moment.
position of Sire.
A moment, Sophia. I just recalled something you said earlier that doesn't seem to add up now. He's still modestly dressed. My understanding was that he was going to be more
flamboyant.
The current situation is that his patron is being overthrown, and his influence is limited at the moment.
Okay. So let me see if I can assist in any way to future you. Current you? Never mind. Dame, my comrade, not this person's mother, is overthrowing his Fey patron Sire. What do you mean overthrow? She's becoming Nihilus's patron?
We do not know. All we know is that his patron was usurped from the throne, as it were.
And in that
and the
moment,
name of the assailant is Dame Domine.
Okay. Perhaps a full sit rep here. What is the current situation at hand, and how can I be of assistance?
We are progressing through the mansion of Sire, and to reach the top, we have to succeed a series of trials, as it were.
And one of them is a time portal that I'm not allowed to go through.
That, from what I've observed, is dependent on the subject's emotional state.
Okay, so you have to feel it. I'm supposed to elicit an emotion from you.
Yes. Or...
The realization.
Nihilus will speak up. Some kind of jealousy or anger is what we need.
Jealousy or anger.
Or possibly disgust.
So what is clues? What do we have to work with?
Colored sand.
Colored sand.
Uh, there's colored sand flowing from the walls through the floor, and through the several portals we have, they are emitting a glowing light into a pool that appears to be based on the emotion at hand.
Sorry.
For example, yellow for happiness and red for anger, etc.
Okay. Now I'm starting to understand. So there's glowing sand flowing from walls. How many glowing sands are there? And colors. And she pulls out a notepad. And she begins to scribble down some notes.
We'll just give her a full recap of the room, the 6 colors.
Okay.
Not bothering with the other portals, but what colors we've gotten out of the other portals.
Okay. What purpose is the pool of water?
We have not determined that yet.
And
wasn't the light flowing into the pool?
Yes. She says, and what of the sand? What is the purpose of the sand? Surely to evoke emotion. You should have accidentally evoked an emotion from one of these portals at some point.
Well, yes, from several we've evoked happiness. From one we evoked first anger and then sorrow?
That's what we can assume.
Okay.
We're currently missing red and green. Red are fairly certain is anger.
Green could be... I believe you mentioned jealousy, disgust.
Courage? It could be pride? It could be...
I suppose, do you have a particular one you would like me to radiate?
God damn it, Dina.
Perhaps try envy or jealousy first. If you can.
Sure. And she doesn't seem like she moves at all or anything, but you see like a verdant, deep green just pulse out.
Does that match, or is that different?
It's a little darker than... Is it darker than the green we're looking for?
Oh yeah, it's substantially darker.
Yes. So it's not envy.
Disgust, maybe? Nihilus is going to reach into his bags and pull out the skull-shaped
pipe. Not his
pipe.
old snacks.
Pulls out his skull-shaped pipe that he bought and loads it up with tobacco and starts smoking. Something he hasn't done in quite a while.
suppose I can try disgust. Let's see. And the inside moving out shifts into that sickly green. And from the outside of the portal, you guys can see the sickly green light bend down into the pool of water.
I suppose that was it.
That appears to be it.
I'm gonna go back now.
Yes, hold that distaste for me.
Nihilus, before you go, you could always go to, if you can get back to Quarantine, they have people who can test lineage. You have the blood now. It's something you can, if Dame is not who you seek, perhaps they could be of assistance.
I was just nod silently. Still white and shaken.
She looks to Sophia and says, well then, how long do you need me to hold this facade?
The remainder is anger, and I can think
No,
of many ways to elicit anger from a.
that's all fine and good. My question is for what duration must I
Give us a
exceed?
couple of minutes. If it
Okay.
takes longer than that, then I can always come through the portal again.
Okay, that sounds fine. I'll keep it up for a few minutes, and then if you do not return, then I'll assume it a success.
Thank you.
You guys head back through.
Yeah.
Val has already gone back to.
Before I step through, I'm gonna turn back and. Are you going to chronicle this?
We both know the answer to this.
I'll just step through.
At this point, Val has already gone back.
Okay.
Into the other room. Anyone who wants to follow her in can.
I was just
She's
gonna
not
run
going to
through.
stop anyone. She's just like doing her best.
Yeah, cut to Val. What's up?
Okay, so she steps into the portal again. Drix, oh, she's back. Everyone, she's back. Yeah, okay, so, Drix, hold that thought. No, seriously, just sit there holding that thought for the next, I don't know, like, 5 minutes? God, I don't know what he's sad about anyway. Okay, look, Commander, Chronicler, this is all very important, and I'm sure you're gonna chronicle all this, and the Righteous is gonna do whatever the hell they do to me when I get back. When you get back. Consorting with Faye, time travel, fucking with the time stream, what the fuck ever. Look.
When do we get back?
Don't know yet. 2 years behind you. Just managed to catch up as far as, where you went after the village. Which, by the way, there's a village you need to go to.
You can hear Septino. You don't see him anywhere, but he's somewhere. He says, we're gonna be in these fucking woods for 2 years.
No. You get out faster than that. Don't worry. And besides, the people are very nice in the village. Really nice. In fact, too nice. It's part of the problem. You're gonna have to figure out a way out. village that you're looking for is your destination. It tells you everything you need to know about the big black thing in the sky.
So we're gonna find all of the missing cartographers in a village?
I have no idea about that.
Why would aces ever hang out in a village?
Because they can't leave. I'm sure that if you're looking for people, then they're people that just gave up trying to leave or died. It's enchanted, see? You try to leave, you get lost. And if you decide that you want to go back to the village, you end up there again. It's a way of keeping the people safe and the village secret from everyone in the outside world. The Guardian's really particular about that. She means well, but she's extremely misguided about it.
I'm sorry, you spoke to the monster?
I'm sorry, we're going to be stuck in a village for 2 years? Val groans. Oh my god, they're not listening to me. Yes, I spoke. We all spoke to the Guardian. She's not bad. She's just concerned. The village that they stay in has been secret for a really long time. And she'd like to keep it that way because apparently, every time outsiders get involved, they fuck it up. I promise you, she's not a threat, and you have nothing to worry about with her, but you do still need to meet her and chronicle it.
This is all happening in the Dina portal, right?
No,
No,
this is in Drix's portal.
Wow.
Val's portal. I'm gonna poke my head through and just I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna poke my head through.
Canis lets out a small chuckle and says, "Hang out with a lot of floating heads, huh?"
She turns around. Oh, shit, Corvo. Hey. Corvo, my brother squad, Corvo.
You're the guys we've been looking for.
They are the guys we've been looking for. How long have we been looking for?
Do we still have the horn wax?
You have the tin that the
Yeah.
the horn wax was in, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a great point. Hey, if you need proof that I'm telling the truth, she pulls out the horn wax tin.
Did Saki give that to you?
Yeah. You did.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you? Like,
Drix, I'm gonna let you know now that Drix has this moment of relief because he was almost out of horn wax.
oh, thank goodness you brought that. I was almost out.
But it's empty.
Val nods. Ah, then you didn't leave too soon. It didn't take you too long to get out. What do you mean? Oh, this was empty when we found it. And you just hear him? Oh. I imagine
For
you
a
couldn't
moment,
stay long.
he went to yellow, and now he's back to blue.
I can't imagine y'all were gone long. I mean, if you were almost out, I mean, that's flimsy logic. I know, but I'm being hopeful here.
Rufina says, "Wait, you wax your horns?"
How have you not known this? I do it every morning. You think I
Canis,
look this good without effort?
Canis just says, "Why?"
What? Why not?
What?
When we meet people, we need to look good, don't we? You know, present the proper message. Show them that we're the good guys.
He looks to Val like he's pleading for help, and then he looks back to Drix and says, "What does waxing your horns have to do with how you look? What could wax... If you don't wax your horns, what's the worst case scenario?"
Well, they get dull and dry. Val looks back to Canis and just gives him a slow nod.
Canis just accepts this as his reality and stays quiet.
Mood kindred. Okay, look. This is still surreal, and after what I just saw, I'm like 70% sure that this is all real. So that's terrifying. So I need to give you guys orders. Well, not orders. We're kind of the same rank right now, and I don't actually have my chronicler with me. She's talking to our old chronicler, who went missing in action. Wow.
I'll go stick my head through the door. Nope, got that covered.
Oh, thank God. Get in here.
We need to make Sticky mad.
Okay, that can wait. Just a second. That won't be long. We'll just call him stupid.
Canis interjects. He points a finger at Sophia's floating head, says, "You leave Sticky alone."
Wait, shit, you know Sticky?
The ogre dock worker? He's a good boy.
He's a damn good boy. But this was before he was a good boy.
There's like this moment of confusion, and then a moment of acceptance, and then he's quiet again.
Canis, you usually put up a good fight than that.
Gotta know when to bow out. Some fights aren't worth it.
Anyway, Val, are you almost done in here?
Yeah, we just need to... I need you to share some notes with them real quick. Let them know, like, enough, but not too much. We don't want them changing anything.
Think I want to go home, and you'll find the village.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then, after that, when you guys get out the village, as soon as you guys get out the village, okay? This is very important. As soon as you guys get out, I need you to mark where you exited and start making cartographer notes in the areas that you're heading towards. If anything happens, if you find out anything, find a way to get in touch with me. We're magic. It's easy. It may take a while, but I'll get it. Okay? Are we everyone on the same page here? Are we all understanding what I'm saying? Repeat back the orders that I have just given to you.
So Rasa and Rafina are arguing about the concept of horns getting dry. Canis seems like he's tracking intently. Septinus is probably 20 yards away, being a mood kindred with a turtle he's found. And then there's Trix,
who is taking it in, accepting it. Wait, but you said you're from 2 years in the future. How will you even know where we get out?
Canis pipes up. Trix. She doesn't know. If she knew, she wouldn't have been surprised to find you here.
Yeah, kind of mad about that, actually. Especially mad to find out that it's 2 years!
Yeah, she has one job, and it's to find us. And she hasn't. No offense.
We're trying our best, but you guys have made it really hard. We don't know what the hell you guys found, but it was big. I want you guys to know that whatever y'all are doing, it's important.
What we found? You said we found a village.
Yeah.
Val, that's enough.
Yeah, I can't go into more detail. Don't worry. When you figure it out, you'll go, oh.
I'm gonna go throw a rock at Sticky now.
Yeah, sorry, we gotta piss off Sticky.
Dude, Canis lunges at where
My head is
Sophia
already back
was.
through
Yeah.
the portal.
Val looks at Drix. Drix, I don't blame you for this, okay? I was gonna go see the world eventually anyway. It's just change the methodology of it. Whatever you're doing is important. You just, could stand to write more. He doesn't really look like he has the words to say. In fact, he starts to wonder when it was he stopped writing. We just got so busy. I didn't think it would be like this when I joined. Adventure, joy, fun, camaraderie, and all that. Not the group we have now with the sad sack in the back, the knoll, too serious, and
The sad sack. Fucking
these two.
It's great.
I'll
Yeah.
try to write.
Septino just still mood kindred with this turtle. He's just like, you're the only one who gets me, turtle. The turtle, like, recludes back into its shell.
Okay, I know you guys aren't dead, but I'm really surprised.
Candace says, you've been writing letters?
What?
He turns to Drix and says, he's curious. He says, you've been writing letters?
I used to. Then we got busy, I guess. This job seemed so important. There were people's lives at stake. I used to write and tell stories about all the things that we'd done.
Do you train pigeons to deliver these letters?
I'm a pigeon boy.
I got them mailed off every once in a while when we went to town.
The only town we've been to that can mail things is West Crown.
Okay, so maybe I have a stack in my backpack.
Just
Okay?
give them to her now.
He blinks. Oh! Oh, I can do that, yes. And he shuffles around his backpack. And when I say a stack, I mean like... Any normal person would probably be embarrassed to present the amount that he's pulling out. The secondhand embarrassment coming off from Valio right now is probably enough to fill the sands itself.
But we need sad blue, not pink.
Dessert's up.
Call your brother a big dummy and let me throw a rocket sticky already.
No one's stopping you from going through a rocket sticky.
No, at this point I have already thrown a rocket sticky.
You just walk in and throw a rock at him?
Hey, sticky!
Alright, give me...
Fuck off!
I don't know. Persuasion, intimidation, diplomacy, something. Some kind of roll.
Alone.
Whatever you think is appropriate for just pissing him off.
How's a ranged attack roll?
Sure.
Okay, I can tab to the window eventually.
Having some difficulty there?
Yes, I still can't select the window,
Perfect.
but
you pop through and you throw a rock at Sticky, and Sticky looks up to you as soon as you pop through the portal. Says, friend? And then you throw the rock at him,
Oh!
and he gets up. And he, like, charges the portal, says, not Sticky's friend. And when you pop back through the portal on the side that Sticky's not on, his aura shifts to red, and he is, like, in a hunt. Like, he's confused as to where you went, but he's pissed. the light on the outside shifts to red. And I believe...
Time to go
That's-
grab Razzie and Saki.
Yeah,
And
they
probably Val.
you see
Yeah, Val
all of the lights swirl together in the pool. What's Val doing?
Yeah, Val takes the letters and kind of tries to restrain herself, be as professional as she can, but also realizes that, like, you know, this is probably the last chance she gets to see her brother for a while. And we don't really know, like, where it goes from here. Breaks character a little bit, and that's when Drix breaks character. And she starts backing away because it's like, if I don't leave now, I fucking never will. And he just looks her dead in the eyes and says, I never meant for it to be this way. This wasn't how you were supposed to see the world. I let you down. I'm sorry. And she's just to step through the portal.
As Val steps through the portal, the stack of papers has like a rubber banding effect.
Oh.
And slingshots the stack of papers back into the camp, and they just kind of float all around. And Drix frantically starts trying to put the papers back together and grab them before they touch water.
Oh.
Who's going to get Razzie and Saki?
I'll go get Rezzy and Saki.
Yeah, on that, like, Val is just oof. Oof.
Silas is just still standing in that room, smoking up a storm.
Corvo, you're just in time for exposition.
Exposition.
Are these the prisoners that you freed?
Oh, no, this is my mom and dad. Possibly some siblings.
Shit, what the fuck is Razzy's last name? Freeclaw? Treeclaw? Tappy Toes?
That's correct.
Tenderfoot? What is it?
Tender hams.
Tenderhams? Freeclaw? Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Freeclaw.
Ma, get Carvo some of the pie.
Yeah, she's carving up some pie and says, "Sweetie, you'll have to take that thing off if you want some pie."
Oh no, that's okay. No pie for me.
I hope the pie doesn't have a rubber banding effect.
So how's everyone else
Oh.
doing? Is it all as great as this?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody seems to be doing okay. A few of us really found ourselves there.
Meanwhile, Val is sobbing.
Val's doing great.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, we're all doing great, Razzie.
Are we done? Is this the end? Did we win?
Yeah,
This seems
we
like
need
a
to
good
collect.
reward.
We need to collect Saki and I believe we've won.
Another success on our belts. I never doubted us.
No, never doubted us at all.
Hear that, Pa? Your daughter's a winner.
And a paladin.
That's true.
He stands up. A
We're all-
paladin.
We're all paladins.
We all throw Templar tantrum.
That's our family motto.
All right, come on, Razzie.
Is Razzy's last name actually just Paladin?
I'll take the pie to go.
Okay. You step through the pie rubber bands and pies your dad in the face.
I eat as much of it as I can as it's rubber banding. No!
Yeah, is Corvo going to get Saki now?
Yeah, I'll pop my head into Saki's door and say, Saki, we solved it. Come on.
So Saki's got like one of the new like birthday knives. She's cutting a slice of, I don't know what, like chantilly cake style dessert, some kind of fruity pastry.
Yeah.
And then
Again,
she's
this
just
is a
about
Wagazashi style birthday, if I remember correctly. It's Wagazashi themed.
Yeah, and she cuts out a piece of it. She
The cake is also in the
It's a
shape of
slice
Wagazashi.
of a giant Wakazaki.
Yeah.
Okay, come on now. It's a little going on a little strong. And then
How many people are dressed in
she,
suits made of Wakazashis?
she looks and sees Corvo and she's like, "You made it."
You made it. Are you actually at one of your birthdays?
Uh-huh. And then she puts a piece of cake on her plate and she hands it towards Corvo.
No, thank you. No cake for me this time.
Oh. So you're not coming?
So Corvo, this is the first time you've like really had a moment to take a like inventory of this party that Saki's in. She's at a table currently with her mother and father, who you've met before, and the matron.
Corvo's gonna realize what's going on, and very quickly pop my head back out of the door.
You see Saki retract it, and then she kind of steals herself, and like her face changes to like, yeah, this party's kind of lame anyway.
The biggest lies are the ones we tell ourselves.
She takes her piece of cake and where was the portal? It was like, where was it?
To your left.
It's like in the middle of the party.
All right. Well, yeah, she'll get up from the table and go wander over to it, taking that cake with her.
Okay. The cake rubber bands and scatters across the dance floor.
Wakasachi rubber bands. It was on the plate.
The Wagazashi.
Yeah, with the cake.
It just starts spinning and like people are confused.
This the instant that
Yeah, this is what made her get sent to the thing. Slices some dude's hand off.
What? I wasn't even at that birthday party. Doesn't matter.
Does it actually?
Roll me attack roll with it.
Is it an attack roll or like a chance roll?
Sure. Just roll a D100. Call it high or low.
Always high. Oh. I don't know if that's good or bad, but see.
The world may never know.
Who knows? Is Saki even paying attention to that Wagazashi?
Yeah, as soon as okay, so she steps through and then realizes everything's gone and immediately freaks out and tries to jump back through the portal.
So now we have to deal with this in-canon problem, right? So the way it's written in Saki's lore is one thing, right? But this would obviously be a different thing. So, in Saki's lore, is it something she actually remembers doing, or did her parents come to her and were like, Saki, why did you do that? And then she's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So, alright, so she was definitely playing with knives at that point,
Mm-hmm.
but you also, you did this. You allowed us to have multiple timelines. So, here we are. Because that was specifically done by enchanting, or transmuting
Or that's what
A-
it looked like.
a guest's implement.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say you probably had less than a 20% chance for a random Wagazashi to get somebody.
Did it get somebody?
No, the Wagazashi did not get anybody.
Okay, alright. Is the portal still there after we step out?
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna dive back in.
Okay. Back in the party.
Yeah. She eats her cake and takes her wacky and goes back to the table.
Goes
Your
back to
cake
the
is all
table.
over the dance floor already.
Okay, all the more reason to go back to the table.
Okay. Back to the table she goes.
She eats her god's damned cake.
Okay. It's a good cake.
Yeah, start the timer. She's enjoying it.
Is anybody gonna go get her?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I would never wish my pain upon anyone.
I'll go through. Saki, we're leaving.
Hmm? She looks up.
Are you
cake all
coming
over
or
her
are we
face.
leaving you behind?
She looks back. Looks to you. Looks back. One second. I need to do a thing. Think that works.
If you keep staring at the cake,
There we go. Okay, she you can see she starts tearing up. And then she sets the cake down and like starts crying and walks over with you.
Perfect.
Right, that's two party members that have come out miserable, one having an existential crisis.
I think there's a lot of
no,
existential
three,
crises.
three that are miserable.
Three
Different.
miserable, two having existential crises, and Razzie.
Razzie's happy as can be. I was about ready to plant my prosthetic foot that has been God knows where since it was last cleaned, right into the middle of the cake.
Yeah, so as a mental inventory of emotional states currently, Nihilus is, for the first time, as far as the party is aware, shook. Corvo stuck his head into Saki's party and then quickly removed himself from that situation and hasn't spoken a word since. Valiel is sobbing. Saki is sobbing. And there's Razzie.
And there's Razzie.
I'm pretty dejected.
And Sophia's just, why do I have to be the bad guy?
Because you're the best at it. Take that for what you will.
Like, is this room sloping down towards the pool?
It's got a set of stairs.
Okay.
Octagonal.
Well, I'm gonna go walk into the pool.
I'll follow Sophia. Just
Same.
yeah.
Suppose we all go into the pool here.
Okay.
We don't want Dina to be disgusted for hours, do we?
Seems a bit rude.
I mean, she probably will be. She probably held her disgust until she met you.
Ah, there she is. Now I can let it go.
Why do I resent her?
Right.
That's weird.
Thinking to
And now
herself,
Dina has
"Hmm,
2 years to plan for the contingency. The backup plan to get out of Egorian alive and disappear.
Goodness. So the lights swirl together. The water splashes up in a uh, ridiculous amount of color, and you find yourselves, luckily, completely dry, and in a extremely um like dark, twisted throne room. Up a set of stairs, sitting on a rather regal throne, is a very
oh my
Important
gosh.
question before the music kicks in.
Oh no.
a very overdressed woman, over and underdressed.
Am I fool?
Uh,
Did the
Am
pie
I
already
fool,
eat
Leslie?
have a rubber banding effect?
Tell me the truth.
I didn't get the answer I want. Tell me the truth.
Don't sugarcoat it.
As you guys arrive, you can hear the haughty laughter of this woman echoing through the throne room.
Silas looks like he's twisted between shaken and hatred right now, and is desperately trying to figure out what to do. You can see him like he's preparing a fireball in his hand, but he's holding it back.
You gotta look around at
Hold
these
on, Eyeless, let's
intimidating
hear her side.
statues.
Yeah, this is her.
Silas nods.
She says, I'm sorry. Why are you in my throne room?
Silas takes a deep breath, says, "We're here for Sire."
Oh, he's here, sire. We're here for him, really, so.
Well, I suppose I hold the mantle of sire now.
Oh no.
Are you some sort of subservient?
Sire was my patron.
I suppose you would like patronage from me now?
Silas grits his teeth and asks, "Are you the same Dame Diane Domine who traveled with a woman named Dina many years ago?"
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Feels like a lifetime ago. How is Dina?
Gone.
Oh, that's a shame. She was always the life of the party.
Alright. So that's a liar.
Right.
So
Did you
Definitely
just
not
call
the
out her
real.
insult your Dina like that?
Detect evil on the lady.
They're completely wrong.
Oh, this whole place detects is evil.
Detect fiendish presence on the lady.
No fiendish presence.
Orisight on the lady?
Hold on. I can actually answer this accurately here.
I'll let everyone know about the strong evil presence.
Just evil.
I will let everyone know about the evil presence.
Good foresight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Neither-
we couldn't figure that out through her actions.
Hey,
Nihilus
you never know.
calls out, "Why did you come here to usurp Sire? I take it it's just as I said."
Well, it's a position of power, so I did it for the power.
That makes sense.
Literally a nothing personal kid.
I have one more question. Did you have a son 20 years ago?
What? No. Why, are you looking for someone?
No,
My
it's not-
mother was a member of the Domine household. Claims say it was you.
Oh, hold on. You are walking around. She points a finger and swirls it. Like that. With my name?
Nihilus grits his teeth and nods.
I'm confused. Why are you here? And who are you?
I am Nihilus Domine. And I'm here to get Sire back.
Oh, well. It does look like you came somewhat prepared, and while you appear off-putting, it seems like you have friends. Uh, fine. Let's handle this like adults. With murder.
With a what? You kind of cut out there.
With murder.
Ah, yeah. That works.
She says, but I find it unfair that my friends can't be here. Oh, wait. They can. She beckons kind of broadly at her surroundings, raises two hands, and as she does, the shadowy pillars rise from the ground. They recede inward to form shape, and then, like someone slowly raised the brightness bar, gain color. And you guys see a bunch of people you've never seen before.
Oh, if she's doing spell stuff,
Oh, no.
I'll cast.
Yeah, I'll cast if she's doing spells.
Yeah.
Realistically,
Oh.
it is almost 10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we'll
probably. This sounds like it'll be a long fight.
So, as she forms these shadow people, we'll call it here. I'm gonna go ahead and kill off old Stremo.
Choo, choo, choo.